back to the YouTube, everybody. It's Friday, it's Valentine's Day, as you can tell. Got some roses in the back. So we've got a big day lined up today. We've got a full day of eating, everybody's favorite, as is very, very clear on YouTube. But we've also got quite a busy day from a training standpoint, as always. Today, on Fridays, I like to not have any client check-ins, so it's a day where I've got a little bit less work to do, meaning I can do things like pick the camera up, film. I can pack more into the day in other areas as well, and just kind of assess everything from a business standpoint as well, and kind of do some projections looking ahead at what I want to be achieving over the coming months. So that's what I do every single Friday. It's also haircut day, as you can tell. I need a haircut, so that's going to be happening as well. But as I said, the main purpose of the video will be a full day of eating, but I'm going to take you along anyway and show you what I'm doing. So let's go. Of course, first order of business is always the same. Coffee. So this has got to go in, and then we're going to get started, because you need that coffee to hit before you can get started with your day. Another good part about a Friday is I usually, when I've got client check-ins and I get just straight into work, I usually go straight into my office when it's still dark and just get started with work. So I miss out on this, and I need to do it more often. Just sit in the sun, get some rays in the morning. Absolutely pivotal for that circadian rhythm. So on this full day of eating today, I'm actually going to be giving a bit of sort of value on it as well. I want to make sure that I'm explaining what I'm eating and the purpose behind the foods, rather than just sort of eating them and showing what I'm eating. So I'm a coach at the end of the day, that's what I do. So I do want to deliver a bit more of that on YouTube and make sure that I'm being a bit more thorough. So yeah, that's going to be the plan. Anyway, coffee in, bit of sun, and we'll get started. Okay, it's time for breakfast. Meal number one. We've got going in eggs, the classics. Okay, we've got sourdough, fresh, some spinach, and that's going to be it. Everyone who's subscribed to my channel knows what it is. However, there's a special part 2 to this breakfast. It's going to be my pre-workout, and it's currently in the oven. I'm not going to take credit for these, obviously. Okay, here they are. Homemade banana bread muffins with chocolate chips in them. Wow. These are actually quite good macro-wise. So I'm gonna have, as I said, I'll have my breakfast, and then I'll have a couple of these before I go and train. I've got pushed today. Wow, they smell incredible. Like I said, I didn't make them. You already know that my other half made them, because she's very good at baking, and I'm alright actually. I made some cookies the other day, but you know. So you might notice there that I am having 3 eggs. That's because my total fats at the moment have been increased. The reason being, as followers of the channel will know, I am doing a lot more exercise at the moment. Preparing for a triathlon, I'm doing a lot more training, a lot more cardio, balancing that with obviously my weightlifting, so my recovery needs to be looked after. So that's why fats have gone up. The reason being, higher fats that are going to be rich in omega-3s are going to help to reduce inflammation, and in turn improve my recovery with the amount of output that I've got as well, because I'm going to be burning more calories. Now, eggs do contain omega-3. They are rich in omega-3, but they're not as rich in omega-3 as certain oily fish. So if you're looking for ways to boost that omega-3 intake, obviously make sure you're taking your capsules as usual, and then things like salmon is going to be a great source of omega-3. Okay, here it is. Plenty of micronutrients in there as well. We've got some spinach, we've got some strawberries, 3 bits of sourdough, 3 eggs. Honestly, it doesn't really get much better than that. Time to tuck in and get on with the day. Okay, here are the banana bread muffins, finalized. Okay, here we go. Chocolate chips. Oh my god. Okay, we've got coffee number 2 going in, and you know what that means. I'm also dressed to suggest I'm going to train. So we've got push day. I'm not actually gonna bring the camera for that, because today is a full day of eating. So I'm gonna keep it purely full day of eating today, because I think when I'm watching a YouTube, for example, if I'm watching a 4-day eating, I'm watching it because I want to see the food and I want to see what people are using to fuel the day rather than a training session. Also, my last video was a push day, had a push day in it anyway, so I'm not going to repeat that. So coffee is going in. Alright, just pulled up to the gym. As I said, I'm not going to bring the camera in for this, but kind of speak around quickly my nutrition for it and how I've fueled for it. So I've actually got a push session and I've got a tempo 5k, a tempo run, a 5k tempo run after it, which I'm not doing at the track this time. I'm going to do it on the treadmill, just because I'm strapped for time today. So I've fueled myself with a bit more carbs than usual. I've got 120 carbs in the system. That's going to be from the toast that you saw and then 2 of the muffins, which carry 35 grams of carbs each. We did the calculations for it, so I've made sure I've got enough in me to train and then have that sustain me for the push session and then into the 5k. Because of the distance of the run, I don't need any sort of intra-workout carbs. I don't need any gels. Some people I've seen run a 5k and they have a gel and stuff. That's fine. I just personally, 5k for me is really not long enough to warrant having to fuel during that run. Especially because I'm going to be completing it in like 21 minutes, so it's all good. So we'll finish that and then it's going to be a case of zooming home and really getting some post-workout nutrition in. So I'll obviously pick the camera back up for that, but now got a big shift ahead: push, triceps and a fast 5k. Let's go. Back from the gym and it's into lunch, which is going to be had right here. So going to be barbecuing my lunch because it's a very nice day, so why not? Chicken breast looks a bit gross, but there's salt, pepper, garlic, chicken seasoning, oregano, tomato sauce and plain yogurt on there, marinated, and then I'm going to put it on a skewer. So the next part of this meal is going to be chips. So we've got 280 grams white potato. I've just microwaved them and I'm going to chop them into chips, and then the chicken and the chips are going to go in a wrap, so it's going to be delicious. There'll be some veg on the side as well, obviously. Okay, chicken is ready. Perfectly charred, delicious. Let's get the rest of it together now. Just out walking the dog at the moment, and I thought it'd be a good time to kind of bring up a point that I wanted to make. I know, because I know a lot of people who watch my videos might watch it for advice or kind of finding out ways to kind of just, you know, have a bit of control and a bit of structure in their fitness goals and their fitness journeys. And so what I want to say is that last meal that you saw me make, you know, I'm barbecuing it, you know, it looks cool and whatever, but like, I'm super lucky to be able to be at home, you know, work from home, work for myself, and be able to just throw some chicken on the barbecue and just make my lunch. But you know, the reality is that I built my physique through over years, but the majority of that building my physique was done while I was working a 9 to 5. So what I want to say is, yeah, it looks quite easy for me, and you know, people watching this will say, yeah, no wonder you can stay in shape, because you know, you have access to be able to do that at home. But you know, many years I spent having to take Tupperwares to the office with me. If you look at that meal that I just made, that's literally chicken, potatoes and wraps. How easy is that to prep at home and then bring with you to your job? Very easy, I can guarantee you. So yeah, just thought I'd say that whilst now where I'm at in my life, I'm lucky enough to be able to do stuff like that. You know, I wasn't there for many years, and I had to bring stuff with me to my 9 to 5 and kind of try to work around it. So my main advice would be to prep, set aside 2 days. I used to set aside Sunday afternoons or evenings where I would prep a few meals, and then by Wednesday I'd have to prep some more. So Wednesday evening would be my rest day, and I would just prep meals. Just make it easy for yourself, and don't leave it all to chance. Right, pulled up to what is the gym. So we're back at the gym, but they've got like a cafe here which we like to come to. As I said, Fridays is a day where I don't do client check-ins, so it's a day where to kind of assess business and assess goals. And specifically today, kind of looking, you know, halfway through February now, looking at goals that I had set myself at the start of the year, seeing if those are being reached, and then seeing if I'm on track for goals that I've set further down the line this year as well. There are some that have been achieved, which is great, and some which I think I'm a little bit behind on. There's a few things that I'm going to have to think about doing and rolling out at some point this year. So it's exciting. It's always like pretty cool to kind of, you know, because when you're self-employed, it's kind of, it can be stressful but quite exciting at the same time that you're the one who makes these decisions. Whereas if you work for a company or a 9 to 5 like I did for many years, you know, there's always someone above you making decisions. So it's cool to have it, you know, the control in my hands and be able to kind of say, right, if I want to get to X place, then I need to do X, Y, Z to get there. So that's yeah, that's what we're going to do now. We're going to go in there, get a coffee and just kind of plan.
I'm everything that I said I'd be, everything that I bet I'd be. All the kids that I grew up with, they see me out and congratulate me. Couple of them just graduated, couple of them done had a baby. But all of them look at my life and say that's amazing. I say thank you like 20 times.
We have been for a lot of this video, and as you can see from that clip just then, we're making tacos. So got some chicken. I actually, when I cooked this, at the end, a little top tip at the end, when it was in the pan, it was all warm, it was ready to come out, I drizzled some zero sugar barbecue sauce all over it, tossed it around and obviously got it all coated, and then the chicken is now barbecue flavored, which is delicious. So massive hack there. So the actual taco wraps are really good. These are from, you know, as you all know, I live in Marbella, Spain. I don't know if you can get these in the UK. You can actually, because they're from the Spanish shop, but they're really good macros. So per wrap, it's actually 59 calories and 11 grams of carbs, which is crazy. So I'm gonna have 4 of them. No, 5 of them. Yeah, 5. And that's gonna be my carbs for this meal. And do stay tuned for dessert, because I've got a nice bowl that I put together, which is incredible. I've been having it for so long now. But anyway, let's get these wraps on the pan, get this going. Alright, so here we go. Finally, I'm really hungry, so I'm gonna tuck in. Cheese is melted, so that's a nice interior. Then I'm gonna be adding some avocado. We've got a mix of veg, obviously you've seen it. It's peppers, sweet corn, onion, and finally chicken, barbecue chicken that I showed as well.
I like how you got the vocals. Just make them like a little less harsh.
Alright, final meal of the day. We've got some yogurt bowl action. So what I've got here is frozen blueberries in the microwave for a little bit to make them look like that. And we've got some coconut Alpro yogurt. And then we've got zero sugar added granola. None of this is focusing, but it's fine. Some peanut butter, and then a drizzle of honey on top to finish. So it's final meal. Alright, there we go, final product. A really good meal for when you're cutting actually. So I actually give quite a lot of my clients who are dieting, who like yogurt, get given this meal because it's very voluminous. So for the calories, you know, the blueberries flavour the yogurt, which hasn't got many calories at all, and then you can find other options. Now obviously mine's not very calorie friendly because I'm not currently in a big deficit, but as I said, for clients who are on a cut, it's very good to just pack out a bowl with a lot of volume for not many calories. Anyway, I'm going to wrap the video up there. Thank you so much for watching. I'm going to put the daily totals for calories and macros on the screen now. Hope you enjoyed watching along. I've been fueling my current triathlon prep alongside physique development. Hopefully you took some value from this. Yeah, if you liked it, please leave a like. Please subscribe if you're not already, as always. And stay tuned, as you can tell the videos are coming thick and fast. And I'll catch you in the next one.